everyone! Oh, what music! This music is so great to start. Happy Tuesday, everyone! How are you? Here we are with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, like I say every Tuesday. Oh my god. I think I will never finish this game. I think it's going to be a never-ending. Especially the episode 5, that's why I put the title. The episode 5 is so long. It's supposed to be like extra content or something, and it's lasting and lasting and lasting, and it never ends. But anyway, we will finish eventually. So let's go for it. Let's continue. I'm sorry, my voice. I just had my dinner and it's still here. I need to swallow. I don't even remember what I was doing. Wait, I'm trying to focus and remember. So we were after the trial. Oh yeah, I messed up everything, right? Because Phoenix proved that the good man didn't die in the evidence room. So the person in the evidence room we think is the cowboy guy. What was his name? Oh my god. Marshall? We think that is him because he's trying to get more information about the case, the DL9, DL9. Let's go to the court thing because yeah. SL9. Wait, not DL9. Why I was just like saying it the other way around. Why I said D. Oh yeah, and so then we went to Gant's office. Sorry, I have something in my eye. And we found that he had a photo with Neil. The Neil is a brother. Well, was a brother. Is a brother? Wait, when you die, you stop being the brother of someone? But no, you're just dead. But that doesn't mean that you were not the brother. I don't know. Was a brother of Marshall, and there was a photo with Gant and Lana. So we know that Lana got promoted because she was a detective back then, and then she got promoted as a chief of prosecutor after the case. And if we see like the trophy that Neil won that day that he got killed, that trophy is not broken. So we suppose that he got killed in fact by the trophy and not by the blade of the SL9 incident that we got here. What was that? SL9 incident. Yeah, why I say DL9? I think D was the other case, the case of the, of the one before. Yeah. So this one is the SL9. We think that this is the blade. Oh, but the blade was not matching. The blade was not matching the wound. So that's why we will think that probably he got killed with the trophy. But yeah, we don't know yet. So we need to uncover all that truth. So, I don't know what we were doing. So let's move around and see what the fuck we were doing. February 24, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, pal! Oh, Gumshoe. Yeah, always Gumshoe helping. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long. Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sound like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Oh yeah, she accepted that the evidence was falsified to get the serial killer of this SL9 incident in jail. Okay. Now Mr. Edward has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Edgeworth crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Sky is the guilty party here, isn't she? Wait, I'm going to put down the volume a little bit. Because this guy always kills me. Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this... Are there really so many people who hate him? Not me. I love him. In our world, only those whose talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young and beautiful. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Yeah, and being beautiful. Hey, Dick, keep up the good work. Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. Yes, sir. You're gonna take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Oh, my voice. Dick? Yes, sir. Let me drink some water. I tell you, I got my chicken and boiled potatoes in my throat. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. SL9 incident. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? No, some girl. This girl. Me. It seems Detective Gamshaw never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it has something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Dark's crimes. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your round-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? Boredom? Maybe? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. Oh. With his car? So it was an accident. An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the... Wait, I was reading. A kid walked by just then. Wait! I was not passing by the dialogue. A jogger came upon the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Wait, he killed 3 people. That's what we saw. But they were so fast I didn't have time to read. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing the last witness wasn't killed. The last witness, aka Emma. Okay, so she said maybe let's present the crime, the murder weapon. So maybe he will think about something. About this. Hey, it's that. It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this will be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker and was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again! What is it? What is it? What is it? Murder weapon. This knife, it was Joe Stark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it is broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber. Wait, but someone said it didn't match. That's pretty conclusive. Neil's autopsy report added to the court record. Stab in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Switchblade knife updated in the court record belonged to murderer Joe Dark. The broken tip was found in the victim's body. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Grant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now and his office is locked. But we would like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I will be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I would be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman. That won't work either. The tattoo was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Kamshu is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's someone we could show him that would make him change his mind. There's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. What about this? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Kamshu? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations! I was wondering, why is the word a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Okay. Apparently he's forgotten. What about we refresh his memory? Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. I'll keep that in mind. Sheesh. Okay. That was not it. So, what can we show him? Let me, what was? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's try to move then. I don't think there's nothing we can do at the moment, so go back to the entrance. Maybe I can try to find Edgeworth. That could work. Let's go try to see if Edgeworth is around. February 24, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. No one's here today. Not even Miss Star. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. Ow, I hit my hand. I got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Maine. Can we try to find Edgeworth? It's Edgeworth around. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is! It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? He's not happy. Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Jeez. Forged evidence. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Tomorrow's trial. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Okay, dude, I was trying to help. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutor. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I might not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seems strange about it. The day of the crime. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. Huh, that's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Wait a minute. What was that? It was a piece of what case? Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth brought back to his office by Gant's request. Okay, let's show him the photo. Oh, sorry. I didn't click present, right? I don't know what I click. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the Kino Prosecutor's Trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Could you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Huh? Contradiction? Oh, sorry. I didn't want to check. Doc. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. Oh. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though? For Emma's sake. Very well. Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other. Very perceptive. But then again, you have heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredited them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. I love the music, it's so good! And especially that and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Okay. Oh, I see! So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it in its current form. I thought it got broken during... Huh. Strange. Why he wanted that thing to be removed? Excuse me. Oh, her. Could either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Hey, Star! I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Oh my god. I never even thought about that. Was there a first person that thought like, oh, mom's milk, cow milk, yeah. Shit. Still, I never thought you'd go digging that case from 2 years ago. Digging up, sorry. I'm like speechless. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness. The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. It's their hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Dark investigation. Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget it. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was even ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister. The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. After case closed. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the fortune of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. And proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Legendary duo. Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kind of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He will produce the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crook and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why. I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to the Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Ooh. Wow. So, how can we get inside the office? Let's try to go again to the move. Okay, yeah, that wasn't using. I was just thinking, let's try to convince Kamshu of getting in. Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief office, period. It will be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. What we can do to make him change his mind? Do I have anything? What can I do? Detention center, maybe? No. That didn't help. Okay, well, I don't have any other place to go. Detention center, high prosecutor office, maybe again. Oh, the paper! The paper that he was writing. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright, let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Kamshu out of the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation! Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, Wright. I'm tired, boss. I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I walk. You don't need to tell me. And the path I walk hasn't been just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Oh, I think he's serious. Okay, this will make Kamshu change his mind. Okay, we are getting places. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Yes, he's serious. I like that one. Okay, we have what we wanted. Move. Police department. Kamshu, look what I have. Sorry, I had to go back and forth. Look, like the amount of evidence I have. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted detectives to provide him with sound evidence, but we betrayed him. Detective! That's it. I made up my mind. But... Here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Yes! Gumshoe's ID. Tuck swiftly into pocket. Let's go. Oh, look at him laughing. He's so cute. So cute. Okay, let's go. Let's see what we can find in the office of Gant. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright. Why I say Wrights? I'm not okay. Ba-ba-da. We're in! If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. What did I say? If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Eek! Ah! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah, Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rather unusable in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card! I hardly ever get a chance to come in here, so I figured I would have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we are lucky. Now, come on, let's see what we can find out. I got a bad feeling about this. Okay, let's examine everything. This is a real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons. Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars might have gone into this room? What? You mean we are paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh, be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief might be hiding this armor as we speak. I don't think he will fit in there. Even if he did, he will never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Oh, I know. I can see him. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripping with intrigue. Oh, ripe. Ripe. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A code. A 7-digit number. I just might know what it is. 7? 777777777? Correct. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What other 7 number we have? Name of deceased Neil Marshall, 27 male, date and time of death February 19. I didn't read this. Between 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Cause of death, single stab wound piercing heart lung. Assessment, died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in wound with missing tip. Okay. So, do we input number? What happened? Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? Is... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Oh my god, I got it! How I got it on the first try? I didn't even look at the guide. Oh my god. Because I remember from the court record, oh my god, I remember the list here, and I always thought, why there is this person, the 777 that went into a 420, and I thought it was then Chief Gant. Because they said during the trial that we couldn't check that number because it's someone higher up or something. I remember something like that. So I thought, that's his ID card. Ooh, but that's so stupid to do though, because everyone knows that code. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 777777, the final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 77777777, that ID number? I think you're 17 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Let's go. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a shard from a broken cup. It somehow looks familiar. Oh, come on! Phoenix, we built it last week. Yeah, well, for me it was last week. But I haven't seen this before. There's something else in here too. What is this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? This is very important. Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. I know what to show the detective. Present. There. Detective Kamshu, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. Ah, thank you so much, Hannah Curly. Thank you for the follow. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. It was just last week, Kamshu, and in fact, in the story, it was just the day before, maybe. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, the fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. It's a missing piece of evidence. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. No, come on, a sample. Why am I going to leave it? Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it will prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Okay. So... oh, I can rotate, right? Like this. Wait, I move it. Shoot. Yeah, combine. Ta-da! There, it fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? This piece you just a badge. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gunn hide this in his safe? Blood traces. Can I do something? Like, can I put a luminol in this? Hey, look here. It's hard to make out, but there's a dark red stain here. Looks like blood. Yeah, we know. This piece the chief has is different though. The blood stains on the other pieces are just spots. But this one's a line. Was someone trying to write something? That is odd. Huh. Oh yeah, the thing to turn around was so weird. It was like HNBM. Why? So strange. Okay, so... And what about the t-shirt? Can I talk to him? That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's? Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gunn's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves this as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk. No one except Chief Gunn. And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any recluse remaining, you don't know. Chief Gunn. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, it wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then, let's look around a little bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. Then you don't just let it go at that. Sorry. This guy started to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. I'm sorry, but let me find first whatever is happening here. Okay. Sorry, I clicked wrong. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier. Oh, it's you too. Chief Gunn! He put that paper he was reading in his desk. Oh, what's that? The list of evidence for the SL9 incident. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence. In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Same that Edgeworth said. Hey, look at the case name! Huh? SL9 incident! I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence list. Normally they are twice as long. That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. That's what Edgeworth said. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case. It will appear so. List of evidence in the SL9 incident was ripped in half, so this part is all I've got. Wait, can we read it? Oh my god, I have like 20 million things in my inventory. It's so much. See. Oh, we cannot read it. Ah! Wait a minute. No, rotate. Rotate. Why this is rotating in a weird way? Wait. Ah! I'm trying to rotate. There. I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving like that, Mr. Wright? I better not forget about this picture. I won't forget. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Like, this is very weird. Why that was behind... What? Okay. A list of evidence. Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list. What would this list be doing here? We better look a little more into this list. Okay, so should I give it to Edgeworth? I suppose. The chief organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. That's on the second floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's beside the point. I like Gumshoe. He's so fucking funny. Okay. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gunn must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here, then went along with Chief Gunn to question Dark. I bet he never knew he would be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? Look at that giant window. Makes you want to crash through in it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor? I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making detective, I always dreamt about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gamshu has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that! Yeah, don't say that. Not nice. Okay, anything else that I missed? Beep. I don't think so. Oh, other window. You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were to drop that suit of armor from here... At first the chief wanted to use stained glass for this window. Really? Why didn't he? They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view. Oh! Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. Okay, so... Do I have the other piece? The t-shirt. Wait, how do I get it? Oh! It says to present the fingerprint thing. Okay, the fingerprint set. Present. Fingerprint set. Detective Gumshoe, I would like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, hey, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Jeez, where's your sense of humor? Yeah, sure. He's pretending to not know. He's like, yeah, sure, blah, 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 but yeah. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the power on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the print, blow the rest away. And now I miss not playing it in Nintendo DS because then, whew! Why are you my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Okay, dust. Ooh, wait, where I come dust? Oh. Oh, I had to choose the finger. I forgot about that. Ooh, let's dust a lot. So much powder. Damn. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Okay. We did that finger, let's do this finger. It's not that fun doing it here. In the Nintendo DS it was so fucking fun. This is not that fun. Wait, eat, blow. Not bad. I give it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? Oh, shoot. But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Okay, what about this one? This one will be the winner, right? Middle finger. The middle finger is going to be the winner. Let's put a lot of powder. So much. We won't be able even to see the spots in there. Okay. Amazing. Blow. Maybe more. More. Do I need to go more? Okay, maybe more on the sides. More in here. More in there. Perfect. Oh. So no gums. No Mac Meekins. No Check Marshall. No Goodman. No Gumshoe. Lana? What? Emma? The heck? No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you find a match? Who Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they would be dark prints. Psst. Hey you, over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Okay. Oh shit! Evidence for something, but what? Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. No, isn't that right? You in the coat. Eek! Chief Gant! We didn't think you would be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in science. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir! Sorry! Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needed it anymore. But sir! Now get out! Yes, sir! Oh no, Gamshu, I'm sorry! We'll be on our way too then. Wait, you, the one with the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I would like a word with you. But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair. You're free to go. Mr. Wright! I want to leave! Wait, he's leaving! No! Don't leave! Look, pal, I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it would be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Count was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Is Lana protecting Emma? Does the guy has anything on Emma? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I already told you all I can. What you told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stopped Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who is that lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you are convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is a term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Come on, talk! I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. is that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Well, it's the one on the list. Well, Miss Guy? Mr. Wright, you're addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I think she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? Damon Gant. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he's respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one another, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. What about this? I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jarpiece and these pieces of cloth. Wait, that's not what I showed. Do you know what these are? They are pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. But you will be sent to the fucking chair! Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright, you can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. What? Really? Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered a murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage in your right hand. Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Starr, huh? So she was never lying. She was not lying. That's what she saw, but she's not right. Well, anyway, she was getting rid of her body. That's a crime, you know. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be open again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stop the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrap up the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You ask Emma. I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That will explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling. The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean... Not wanting the kids to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. Oh, and that's why he dressed as Goodman. He disguised himself as... But where he got the clothes so fast? Like, how? Like he had like a disguise of the guy like ready to go or something. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seemed he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubt he had might have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. Now everything is making sense. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. I did a good job. Now please, don't pursue this thing any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodsman's real murderer. Can't. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago? To be continued! But we are going to continue a little bit more. Let's go to the trial. Yes. I suppose this is the last... I saved exactly at 10 o'clock. Oh my god, that was so perfect. Is this the last day? Oh yes. But I don't think it will be all over in 1 hour, right? Maybe. We can try. I know. There's 2 trial dates. Wait. There's not only one. There's 2. Okay. Is it very long? There is a... Okay, yeah, it's very long. So, I think I'm going to do then probably a little bit of this first day of the trial and then leave it for next week and hopefully it will be the last day. Okay, let's go. February 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. This is a defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth! Knowing you, you already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777, I don't know how many times I said 7, ID number is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, Wright, and Chief Prosecutor Scott will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! I figured you would say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we will ever know the truth is to throw it out on her. The truth. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminiscence about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. I think he starts to like me though. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Let's go. February 25th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Number 9? Number 9? I do it every time. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gant. Uh-oh. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, OG. Been back to the pool yet? Such an annoying arsehole. No, I've been drawing enough as it is in my work. Ah, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. Face. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. What's this all about, defendant? I would just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I would like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Look at her, like, backhand. She was doing this. You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. Forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, It appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright might feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. And now Edgeworth would say, objection! Or something. This court finds the defendant.
Objection!
There you go. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you will have me be. Edgeworth is going for a fight! Yes, finally. Fuck this. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh? To whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. I love this Edgeworth. Yes, finally. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth might be, it will be an even greater tragedy to avert one side from it. Wow. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. I love it. I love it. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes. It most certainly is. Well, okay then. He sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. 2 years ago. I was waiting to start. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodsman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Wait, am I supposed to be working? I was not fired? Okay, let's press everything. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes, she was second in command under the deputy chief of police gang. My sister, she was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Kai used to be quite a pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I will always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man came running in and took me hostage. A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. Oh, I forgot to press on the other one. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out. Again, like in every crime of Phoenix Wright, it's always the electricity goes out and then dramatically you can see a lightning like in the moment of stabbing someone. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. In the back of the list of evidence. A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? Ask about the picture. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, could you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of the scene once, but it seems to have been lost. Let's present it. It's this one. Wait, can I check it first? It's this one. What is wrong with... Is that the prize? Is that the blade in the prize instead? Maybe. Okay, let's present it. Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl pulled all her heart into drawing the picture. And yet, you will insist on denying its existence. Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident? Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over. Turn it. Ah! What is this? Yes. What is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutors in charge who have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they are different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Order! Order! But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor! Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Huh? Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. Well, he never turned it around? Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. Not again. Not again. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated in the court record. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Wait, can I see it now? How is a complete picture looking like? What does it mean? What? What? Huh? Yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Emma's picture. This is a picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that thought, she was able to show us exactly what she... to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. What is Edgeworth thinking about? Did you draw this picture right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge. Under the direction of Demon? I was about to say Demon! He's a demon. I hate him. Of Damon Gant, a Lannis guy. 2 or 3 days later, the memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? After that, I must have fainted. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No, I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here again. No, they cross each other conversation. Anyway, this picture. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks, with the detectives. Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story will have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. What's the contradiction, though? What's a contradiction? Let me go back again. Check. You know what? That thing in the picture looks more like this than the knife. Well, the knife looks very similar though. I don't know. Stab in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. He died from blood loss in under 10 minutes, but we don't know how much time it took him. I don't know. Do we present the autopsy report? A knife tip was in the wound. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. It's about the tip of the knife, right? Because it's already broken in the picture that she put. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you would simply point out this contradiction for us? What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report? Let's say the knife. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. Okay, I didn't make it wrong. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Ah! What's the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it wouldn't be possibly wind up there. Oh yeah. Okay, now it makes all sense. That's right. But what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence. You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Ah! He's started to understand. Order! 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 Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there is no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. It was a surprise. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? There is another one. She's not mistaken. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by simply observational error. Mr. Wright! In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume then that you have some information about this older broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's a real murder weapon. So should I present the trophy or should I present the picture? Better the picture because the trophy doesn't have anything, right? Let's present the picture. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the award ceremony. Ah! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award prosecutor Marshall is holding. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was no Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order! 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 Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out his knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry the pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim will be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh! Wait! But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Wait! I remember now! I remember everything! Witness? Mr. Edgeworth! What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? I knew it! This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. What does it mean? All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. I would too, because that butcher thing is so scary. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness testimony. Could you please tell us what you recall, Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor. First thing I mix up, and now the blue badger. This should be interesting. Ooh. What was about the blue badger? Emma's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed toward both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. What? This is certainly most unusual. Try impossible. The chief of detectives haven't even designed him until this year. That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Stop! Please! Don't pursue this any further! Lana! What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this! I already confessed to the crime! Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Skye. We already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence! The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. Okay. What's fucking happening? Why is the Blue Badger included in this story? What the fuck? When I saw the man raise his knife... Hold it? When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark? Yes, at least I think it was him. You think? Oh, my leg. I'm sitting on top of my leg and now it hurts. All I could really see were shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office report. So then you... I panicked and rushed toward both of them. Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I gotta help that other person. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. So maybe she knocked Marshall. What? What do you mean, you think? It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did is all kind of a blur. Miss Guy was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happened next? Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the Blue Badger. But the Blue Badger didn't exist back then. Are you sure about this? Of course! See? I even drew a picture of him here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. Hideous beast! And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable. Very fiable. I don't know how to say that word, but I know what it means. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing? He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with his winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. He had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have been possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken, but she made a fucking drawing of it. That may well be. But what's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. If so, then by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Who is this Blue Badger really? Who is this Blue Badger? Let me check the court record. Profile. Could it be Gant? Maybe? Yes, big hair. Look at this. Joe Dark, deceased. Beep, beep, beep. That's it. There's no one else. Huh. But wait. Is there anything else? Why every time every time we're gonna see the top of his hair? I don't know. There's something weird in here happening. What's that blue butcher? Is it maybe the blue butcher thing? Blue butcher panel was allegedly dancing in the evidence room. Wait a minute. Can you turn around, please? This looks like the blue butcher, though. So if we... No. Maybe like this? Can it be? Well, let's say I just might know. The blue butcher hadn't even dreamed out when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw a shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue butcher. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright! In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Please show us this mysterious blue butcher look-alike. Can it be the jar? Can it be? I don't have anything else. And I cannot present with people. So I was just thinking of presenting Gant on his speaker, but it's not that then. And it's not the prize because it doesn't have that shape. Let's present this. Also, why, if not Gant is keeping this part of the evidence? There was something about the unstable jar, right? The mysterious blue butcher was in fact this. But that's... what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue butcher. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Like this? It's so hard to move this thing. Wait. No. Well, you can't turn it too much. Rotate left. Oh. There. No. Rotate left. Right. This is the best I can do. Oh, this isn't right. I got to make it look more like the butcher. Allow me to remind the defense its case hinges on the witness drawing, okay? If Mr. Wright can match the shape the witness drew, we cannot assay his claim. I got to find just the right angle. Maybe I should rotate vertically a bit more or horizontally. Okay. Let's try again. Is it maybe... Oh, maybe it's this side. This is so hard. Wait, I'm going to look at... Oh, I'm doing it wrong. I'm putting it too much. Wait, let's look at the picture that is there in the thing. Okay. So it's this way. But I'm putting it wrong. Oh my god, this... Maybe it's this way then. god, this is driving me crazy. No, I don't think it's like this then. Oh shit. I hate this, I'm sorry. Wait, how the fuck? I'm done. Wait, I'm going to put this 1 second in my other screen because Jesus Christ. So I can copy exactly the image. Okay, so this will go down. And then... Oh, it's more like this. Oh, it's not that thing in the middle that matters. So it will be more like this. Like this. Wait. Let's try now. Wait! It's not right! I'm looking at the thing. Oh my god. Okay. I copied exactly as in the thing. What does it mean it's not right? What do you mean? Oh, like this? Like, come on! Is this not right? I swear to God. Oh my god! Okay. Blue badger. I'm going to search online. Jar puzzle. Because it's driving me crazy. I put it exactly as it looks like in the image. Come on. What the fuck? I even have the thing, the blood. What the fuck? Why is this not working? Do I need to put it more like this? Come on. Don't tell me that this is not the right thing. There you go! We finally got it. What a suffering. I hate you. Jesus Christ. I'm going to move this from here. Well, is this a miracle or what? Jeez. No one can possibly deny this jar resemblance to the blue badger. No, it can't be. Order! Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoy Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you are wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we witnessed we know the witness saw this jar? The murder weapon, right? It's a murder weapon. Because it's not anymore the same murder weapon. I think the jar was used. Allow me to take this in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have been, this jar? Where could she have seen, this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself. Yes, and it's these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what the reason was, Mr. Wright? I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I might draw your attention to this picture once more. Did Lana kill Mr. Marshall? If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, well, will he have hit? Ah! The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been near Marshall, wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorized, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. She killed him. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? No! She passed out. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. What? What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Look at her, she knows. She's so nervous because she knows. Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Near Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. I do! The piece of the fingerprint thing. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can get dead people to just testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. No, we do have. Touché, Miss Guy. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He might have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? I got to think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind. Wait. Is it on it is in the evidence? Is it in the jar? I was reading the walkthrough just to make sure if I'm not mistaken. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright! Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister's a murder? I'm not saying that she's a murder. It was an accident. Do not be mistaken, Miss Guy. Huh? Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek, the truth. No matter how painful it might be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. Is this one? He tried to write something. So we think that he wrote Emma there? This is the message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to speak the killer's name? If that thing cool, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragment was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here drawn in blood. So, what are you saying? Is these dots were once lines? Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used a few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. Sorry, I can't speak. One that someone apparently whipped away. But blood must have been seeping to the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points. And the victim's message will become apparent. So we need to write Emma. No! Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these blood stains will reveal us to the answer. I got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. His murderer's name. So... 1 second. Okay, so So here is talking about how to do it on the Wii. On the WiiWare version, there's two ways of doing this. Use to move the cursor and press A to connect the dots. Press B if you made a mistake. Okay, so here we have only to do this, right? Wait, no. I can't. Uh-oh. How the things has to look though? Oh, okay, I can't write anything. Oh! Yeah, okay. Do I have to hold? Wait, why only it work on that one? Wait, how did I do that? For a second I did it and now I can't do it anymore. Oh. Why is it so hard? Emma. Oh. I don't know why for moments this doesn't let me write. No! No. It's like this and I have to write it. That doesn't look that bad. But I want to connect this. Doesn't let me. Can I present it like this though? Would that be enough? It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. See, Worthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. Chief Gant. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. He was not fucking innocent though, Gant. Don't be a fucking idiot. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. Objection! But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We are merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there was any cover-up of evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone might say, this fact cannot be denied. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order! 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 The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial is headed, no one knows. To be continued, and now we leave it there. That's an amazing place to leave it. Whew, this is getting so interesting. Yes. Let's go. Let's save. And wait until Tuesday next week to know more of what happened. Okay. I leave it there. Sorry. Shut up. Shut up. Wow. Okay. So this is turning everything around. So Emma, in fact, killed Neil Marshall. So then Lana, I imagine that she covered up the story and probably Gunn said to her, look, let's cover it up. Let's forge the evidence. And then he was holding something to her. And as well, Goodman. But who the fuck killed Goodman though? I suppose it was Gant. But why? So much to know still. Let's go. Anyway, so my next stream then will be Friday. So Friday I will be streaming Botany Manor. Hopefully we will be finishing the game. I really enjoyed it though, like the last time. It was really relaxing, fun, and I like he has subtle parts of story as well, so that's very cool. And then we are playing another very deep story game on Sunday. Maybe we will finish. Oh, hey, Polly, just in time. How are you? How was your stream? I was about to jump back to your stream. So then on Sunday we will be playing and maybe finishing Lake. So a lot of very deep story games. Like, oh Jesus, Folly, you missed this food trial. Went like really mad. Wow. Okay. And the Blue Badger came back, by the way. Dum 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 dum. It was fun. Touch wouldn't let me raid you. Oh, that's weird. Well, I'm happy you're back streaming though. Unfortunately, I couldn't join before because I was finishing dinner, so then I could come to stream this. I'm glad I missed it. I swear I'm going to buy you that plushie, and then you won't be able to miss it ever again. The Blue Badger. Well, in fact, the Blue Badger was the key piece of the murder of Neil Marshall. Who knew? Even though it didn't exist back then, that's where it all started. Ta-da! The Blue Badger was the piece that we needed. Anyway, you will have to wait for next week to see what the hell happened. For sure. Anyway, so Emma killed by accident Neil Marshall. Lana tried to cover that crime. And then obviously Gant had information of her, and then he was probably using her, threatening her to say, oh, if you don't do what I do, your sister is going to end up in jail. So then she did a lot of bad things. And she said that she got a call from Gant to hide Goodman's body. So there you go. But she doesn't want to say it in court because she knows that then her sister will go to jail. So that's the full thing. Anyway, yeah, so very deep story anyway. So thank you. What the creepy police chief was creepy, yes. For a moment I thought that he was a Blue Badger because of the pointy hair, but then it turned out that it was the jar, not him. I was like, maybe it's him, the image of the Blue Badger, but no, it was not. Anyway, thank you so much, Folly, for the small chat at the end, and for anyone that was lurking, always welcome, and thank you so much, Hannah Curly, for the follow. So then we will see each other on Friday for more Botany Manor. Probably probably finishing the game. Really looking forward to see how they finish and all the lovely flowers we can grow. So there you go. Thank you so much, and see you then Friday. Have a good night. Bye bye.